All right, I guess we're just gonna have to go. I don't know.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure because it says it won't.
There's no way to check it?
Nah, because it says we end the meeting, then it will show the recording.
Can we end the meeting and then come back in? Is that hard?
I hate computers.
Uh,
Nah, let's just go. Let's just go. Let's just go.
let's do it.
Okay. What'd you do for Thanksgiving?
I ate like a boss.
Nice. Did you guys go anywhere?
We went to my sister's house. We had a very mild family Thanksgiving this year.
Okay.
Mom is up in Pittsburgh taking care of her dad, who we lost my grandmother a few months back. And so mom's up there taking care of family. My other sisters were all busy with their own little lives.
Especially that sister.
And my sister Heather, who works at Steinbrenner with me, and Marie, we had a fantastic Thanksgiving meal at her place.
Nice. Nice. We did nothing. We sat here.
Nothing.
My parents came. They brought salmon.
Salmon chantilly.
Oh, shout out to Baxter Hoffman.
Baxter.
He gave us a honey baked ham.
Ooh,
It's delicious. We still got like 17 pounds left today.
Honey baked ham, super underrated and overrated at the same time. It's the weirdest food on earth.
How so?
It's amazing every time you get it, but there's always way too much of it. You're like, what am I gonna do with all this ham?
Yeah.
You end up throwing some of it out. And then you also are like, why don't I get this more often? This is amazing.
we love honey baked ham. We one year did I think we've abandoned these Thanksgivings where we do all of the prep stuff because you got like hours and hours making homemade pie, homemade stuffing, and turkey, and then you're exhausted by the end of the day. You go to eat, and everything's cold. The turkey's still dry.
Turkey sucks. I'm gonna say it.
Yep.
Turkey is
Can't do it.
most celebrated food. It's like it gets all the cool holidays. It's like Thanksgiving, Christmas. It's not good. Like, and I had great turkey this Thanksgiving. It was fantastic. My man Jake threw down. It was juicy, and I'm still like, as good as this turkey is, I still would rather have steak. I still would rather have chicken. I still would rather have lamb.
How did he prepare it? I mean, doing it baked, I never really like it baked.
He slow cooked it.
Okay.
And but he brined it over like a 3-day period. But it was so good.
Yum.
But
I've heard multiple ways. People will deep fry turkeys.
No, that's scary.
That's scary. So have you seen the videos of that?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Scary.
Kitchens go off and flame.
People will smoke them. I've seen that. But one I've heard for the first time is someone uses infrared heat with a propane tank and some contraption. You stick it in there like a smoker, and I have no idea whether it's good or not. They said it takes 4 hours, but apparently that's how this person does this turkey all the time, and it's still turkey.
One of my dudes who coaches at Dr. Phillips, he put pictures of their preparation up this year.
Yeah,
and they got I don't know what they did. They did surgery to the turkey, and they went underneath the skin with seasoning and butter, so you see it looks like it's growing tumors. And I was like, oh my God, what's wrong with that? Oh, that's butter. That looks amazing. Oh my God. But we don't usually do traditional Thanksgiving. We've gone away from that. This is the first year in 10 years. My sister usually does a 7-course meal.
Wow.
And you get we have different meals from different continents.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. And then everyone brings stuff together. But I'm going to let you in on a secret. This is
What's that secret?
Husk's family secret. We don't do Christmas dinner either.
Oh, yeah.
We go, ready?
Every
year to Kobe Steakhouse. What? It is open. It is taking reservations. I already got mine, so I'm letting you in.
Shout out to Kobe.
Oh my gosh. There's nothing better than getting home after you've been through like happy bonus, don't say no, and you got like, oh my gosh, I ate too much, I'm never gonna eat again.
I don't like that place.
And then
I don't like.
stop.
I hate it.
What?
Here's the reason: because you make each course, and then you have to sit there and wait till
You
he
don't
cooks
have
them.
to.
Yes, you do.
You taste little sandwich.
No, I'm not gonna wait, eat the rice, and then have the
Or-
meat afterwards.
You save your salad and soup for while he's cooking.
No, see,
And then
I want it all right now.
what about an appetizer?
Screw the appetizers. Give me the food right now.
So you get mad at it. You're like,
I get mad at the guy. I don't want you to flip the thing in your hat. I hate
you can
that.
always tell the rookie Kobe people because they like shovel through their rice real quick, and then they're like, this would have been great.
And then
with my steak."
speaking of overrated, the little onion volcano thing, totally
Japanese egg white.
hate that thing. Hate that thing.
Greatest
Yes.
place ever. Greatest place ever.
Okay, we don't do anything for Christmas either. We usually we've abandoned all the holiday prep stuff because it just takes too much time, and then you eat it, and then you have to clean all this stuff up after.
That was the worst part.
So going back to honey baked ham, that's why honey baked ham is highly underrated because you can go there, you can get all the food, you can get all of the fixins, and it's all ready to roll. You don't have to do a whole lot. I mean, one place that we loved, and rest in peace, that it's gone, Boston Market.
Oh, Boston Market was so good.
Oh, I hate that you're gone. I miss you. Anyway,
I've seen one somewhere recently.
yeah, in heaven.
Oh,
Because the one right here,
Honey Baked Ham, we are looking for a corporate sponsor.
that's it. Speaking of which, we looking at our channel. Check this out. Take a look. We have hit the big time, my man.
What? 10 subscribers?
Big time. 12 subscribers. Yes,
That's a
thank you to all
That's a
12 of you. But you know what?
Do we know who they are? We
don't.
shout them out.
Let's shout them out. Let's.
I don't know if we have time. What are we gonna do in the
look,
other hour?
Here we go. Well, they'll show us as many. Well, look at this.
Oh.
Oh, look, some notable people. Josh Sutcliffe, thank you for subscribing.
Don't know you. You're beautiful though.
He is. He's a guy I played rugby with for the Philippines.
Ooh,
He
that's a
was
very un-Philippine name.
well, yeah, but he's half Australian, half Filipino. He was the director of rugby at Stanford University, and now he is the commissioner of the College Rugby Association of America, CRAA.
Josh Sutcliffe.
Josh Sutcliffe, shout out.
So let me ask you a question.
What?
When these guys that play for the Philippines are always half something and half Filipino, are they half Filipino because they're rugby players, or are they like half Filipino?
No. They're really half Filipino. I mean, if you met Josh, you would tell because he's shorter than me, but his calves are ginormous.
Love big calves.
That's it. He's got enormous calves.
Josh can't wait to see you
Yeah,
and your calves.
that's it.
Like Kobe on
Here we
Christmas.
go. Speaking of big calves, Eris Willard,
Eris.
a guy
I know that name.
he,
You spoke of Eris.
he played rugby for me at the University of South Florida. Shout out Eris.
Eris.
Actually, name is Tommy, which is very un-Filipino. Eris is much more Filipino than Tommy. But I don't know if
did he
he
change it to get the citizenship?
Christy Lowe.
One of
Shout
my
out Christy, one of our
people.
favorite people. I think we shot her out again. No,
What
we're
a great family.
great family. Love them to death.
Great family.
Yep. Speaking of, Bryce came back,
Yes.
plays Division III football
Up
at Carthage. Hurt his knee, tore his PCL.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but he's okay. He doesn't need surgery. He needs to do a little bit of rehab. Needs to get that leg stronger again, and he'll be okay.
And how about his brother, Brennan? Set school record we talked about already
Yeah,
with receptions. But what a lot of people don't realize is he was the 4M, which is the class we play in classification. He led the entire state in receptions this year in 4M.
oh, you did.
Number one in the state.
That's awesome.
cool.
Congratulations, Brennan. Good job. Hopefully, I see you this morning to work out. One more notable, Ruth C. Jordan.
My
Ruthie.
sister from another mister.
shout out.
Great person.
Shout out. She's funny.
Funny. As
Super funny.
hell.
But yeah,
People
shout
say
out.
funny as hell. I just said funny as hell.
You did.
Hell's not really
Hell's
funny.
not funny.
It's not funny.
I'm pretty sure it's not
Funny as
Anyways,
comedy.
check out our last look at that. 33 views.
Man,
I think it's because we shout out Dean.
that's like half the Philippines.
we need to start shouting out Dean a lot more.
I know.
Often because this is
Dean Patterson touchdown scorer.
touchdown maker.
That's
What?
awesome.
That makes no sense. All right, let's now that we shout out everybody. Thank you to our 12 subscribers. Oh, one more shout out. Andres Perez Ronaldo. Shout out to you.
And we want to thank you for correcting us.
Yes.
We want to give nothing but truth and honest facts on this. And Curtis Fitch, one of our greatest alumni and someone we celebrate, who is a coach at LSU with a big win yesterday.
Big win.
And we were incorrect. It was not 7 interceptions. It was something like
6.
6.
So
Still love you, Fitchy.
and thank you,
And
Perez, for correcting us.
Yeah. Can I ask you?
Actually,
Can I ask you? You saw one of my favorite Warriors of all time, Mr. Zachary Hubbard, this week. I saw a picture
absolutely.
of you standing on a bench in a restaurant. He was still taller than you.
Dude, huge. What an enormous human being. Here's a funny story. You ready? I meet him. I don't meet him there. I see him there. We hug.
Where was it?
It was at the breakfast station, Land O'Lakes.
Oh, it's a
Try
great
it.
place, man.
Phenomenal. Best place ever.
Ever?
For breakfast.
Kobe Steakhouse. I was
No.
thinking about. They should open for breakfast. Kobe breakfast. Go ahead, Zach Hubbard breakfast.
Zach Hubbard. So
What did I say? Kobe? Did I say Kobe Hubbard?
Kobe Hubbard. So we meet. I see him there. We exchange pleasantries, catch up with him. How's it going? Mom comes in, and we say hello, introduce him to my wife, my kids, and then we carry on with breakfast. We're sitting in a booth on the side. They sit on a table that's kind of in the middle of the restaurant, and I could just see as we're eating, he's moving around, he's sitting up, and it looks like the conversation's a little uncomfortable, like with his mom. So I just peek over. I'm trying to mind my own business.
Were they having the talk?
I don't know what kind of talk they were having.
Birds and the bees?
Could be the I need grandson talk. I need grandkids talk. But no lie, they midway through our meal, they get up and they move to they move to a booth further along. I was like, oh. Did something happen? Because that place is kind of tight, but it's real close. Everyone around, so they move, and now we're finishing up. So I go and pay, and I'm saying goodbye. I said, "Hey, man, is everything okay?" There was a table, tables around them where they were like louder, bigger parties and stuff. And he goes, "Nah, coach, I'm too big for the table, so I couldn't get comfortable. So I had to move into a booth." He's big. I mean, speaking of big, he's like 6. I forgot how tall he is. 6'5", 6'6". So originally when we took that picture, I was like, "Oh hell no!" Like I look like a midget. So I stood on the bench in the restaurant to take a picture with him, and it looks phenomenal. I look perfectly proportionate to him.
So he was the first of a long line of very successful long snappers for Steinbrenner. I think he actually tried out at FSU and ended up not staying too long with the team. But after that, we had Zach Dietz.
Yep.
After that, we had Garrett Cates, who was rated, I think, the number
two
long snapper in the nation this year.
Congratulations, Garrett. Let's give him a shout out. Shout out, Garrett Cates.
Shout out, Garrett Cates.
Yeah, hey,
shout out Alton Cates.
And
I love
Dana Cates and Jordan Cates.
Another
what a phenomenal family. And listen, they travel to watch. He plays.
It's awesome.
Yeah, he plays far away. It's not even like close, but they go travel. They take pictures. What a great family. What a great family.
If my son ever makes it to college football and he's in a different state, I know I can't afford to do that.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna travel to the breakfast spot and we're gonna watch it on our iPhone.
That's-
But and then Polar Pop, OG. After that, Christian Gearhart,
Ooh,
who's not playing yet, but he plans to try out for West Florida.
West Florida.
West Florida
That's it.
this coming spring.
Good luck.
What a great group!
I know.
Awesome
But
guys.
but that was a blast from the past.
Yeah,
Because remember that group? Those guys are still hanging out together. It was guys like,
I can name them all. Let me see. I'm gonna check them off. You ready?
okay,
Zach Hubbard.
okay, we know that one. Already.
They are all. They don't hang out as much, but Curtis Fitch was like
Was with them.
the dude in that group.
Yeah.
Brad Atkinson,
Atkinson.
who has the single game tackle record with 23. Why do I know this stuff off the top of my head? I'm a numbers guy. And then you've got our running back, Jake Carroll.
Jake Carroll
And
got married. Just
yes,
recently.
congratulations.
Congratulations, Jake.
To his high school sweetheart.
High
if I
school
don't-
sweetheart.
And then don't forget my dude who I love, Parker Scoring.
Yes, Glory.
Is that the group? Am I missing it?
That's the group.
What
That's
a
the
great
group.
group.
I wasn't sure if you'd remember that group, but that is all of them. And I still see pictures of them on social media hanging out together, even though it's not as frequent. I think that is again another great sign that not only as individuals that they were able to mesh and find each other as friends, but they stayed with each other through the whole program. And then after they
Football
left
is
Steinbrenner,
family.
yeah, football is family. And what ended up happening was they all went to different schools and they all are now adulting, but they still managed to find time to come back together, which is, again, a phenomenal sign that the program that they were in fostered that kind of relationship between each other and those, provided experiences for them that they could bond over. What, it's been 10 years for those guys?
It has. And I'm going to do this, and I'm sorry to do this to you. But a few of those gentlemen, including Mr. Hubbard, went to Florida State. Congratulations on an undefeated season.
Don't.
Coach Jordan, you called it at the beginning of the year, even though you called it at the beginning of every year. But I'm going to say that let's talk about that game for a second. I'm sure you watched it with your boys.
Terrible.
Well, here's the thing. To me, Florida was playing the game to keep it close,
Not to win. 100%.
And, like, they're up. And how do I say this? Their quarterback had 89 passing yards in the game. I'm pretty sure he had 89 passing yards at halftime.
Yeah.
Like, in what game are you not throwing the ball to Wilson, who had first drive, he had 33 yards, ended with 36 yards.
Well, and that guy, the backup quarterback, Max Wood, phenomenal. He really looked composed in there. He threw some darts. I don't get it, but at the same time, it's disappointing as a Gator fan and a Gator alumni because this is the first time I think since 2015.
It's been a while
since we haven't made a bowl game. I mean, I think we've only missed a bowl game in the last 20 years twice. Now this is going on 3.
And
I say, Napier.
it's the first time in several years that the USF Bulls are bowl eligible.
Let's go Bulls.
The question is, UF plays USF tomorrow. Who wins that game?
Oh, Gators.
Stop it.
Come on.
It'd be a game,
USF
though. It would be a game.
It would not be.
The Gators.
You're saying
SEC bottom feeders.
Come on. You are saying Conference USA, anybody in Conference USA playing an SEC team?
Yes.
Not a
Liberty
chance.
would beat the Gators.
Well, we're not talking about Liberty. We
Liberty,
said USF.
Conference USA. Conference USA. No, they're not.
They're Big East.
And USF is not Big East. That retired like 10 years ago with the Gators having a good team. It is the American Athletic Conference.
Oh, that's it.
Yes.
That's it. Yes. I knew that was coming up. Rivalry week. All the games were real tight.
Washington.
I mean,
baffled me.
Washington State was phenomenal.
At the end of the Washington game,
No.
the coach starts going through what he's thankful for with his team.
Yeah. And
then he hands the kicker who just kept their undefeated season alive a scholarship.
Yeah.
I was like, that's awesome.
That was awesome. The Michigan Ohio State game, which Boggs and Bird were at. That was another barn burner. It was a great game.
Fantastic.
Um,
Keep either of those teams out of the playoffs after that game.
they're both going.
And this is what drives me nuts: is you have Alabama, who should have lost, like Auburn. What are we doing?
Yeah.
How are you
Yes.
in that defense?
Yes, the Iron Bowl. The Iron Bowl was close this year. Again, another rivalry game that was super close.
But here, somehow people will say, well, Washington almost lost, and Florida State almost lost, and Alabama should be in. They're only a one-loss team in the SEC.
Yeah.
Alabama's almost lost like 4 games this year, including a game to USF. Let's just keep that clear.
Look what happened to
I
you.
love that. I'm gone.
Yo, we were
Green screen, baby.
rivalry week.
Like I've always wanted to be at Hogwarts. I feel
This is
I
amazing.
have an invisibility cloak.
Well, you know, this is going to mess up because I have a couple backgrounds that we need to discuss anyways.
I like it.
Because on the path of college football, look,
Oh,
bro,
I
can you
love
take
it.
off that sweater?
I have nothing under it.
Even better, do it.
I'm not going shirtless.
Do it. Go shirtless.
No.
So here's from the 7th of November. This is the college football playoff rankings. Do these stay the same? 1 through 4 with Ohio State at, well, that's not going to stay
No.
the same.
So I think
Georgia's 1.
Georgia is undoubtedly 1.
Okay.
I think that
Michigan is
Michigan's 2. I think
Ohio State's 3.
Washington's 3.
Get out of here.
I do. They're not going to keep them in you can't keep them. They lost. They're not. Here's my thing, and this is why they need to expand college football playoffs.
Which they will next
They
year.
need to, because
Okay.
you can't have, in the current situation with only 4 teams going, you have to have teams that won conferences. I don't
Agreed.
think it's okay to have, if you can't
Except
win
for the
conference-
small, at least the Power 5 conference.
Yes. So I think legitimately, and Division 3 does it, FCS does it, Division 2 does it, and everyone's like, "Oh, you can't have a playoff system." Yes, you can.
You
Every
can.
other division does
Yes, agreed.
it, and every single district, or conference champion.
And you're back.
Took my cloak off. Every conference champion should have a spot,
Yeah.
and then have a couple at large bids for like the Alabamas who can't win their conference anymore because they're not that good.
Agreed.
And yeah,
I think that's smart. That's a good. That's
but
because but it will next year will
and
change.
the little guys get a shot.
Yeah, well, they can't do what UCF did a couple years ago and
Claim a
claim a national
championship.
championship when come.
And
Like
now,
James Harden.
now they're in the Big 12. They went 500 this year, which is an impressive first year in the Big 12. But you see that yesterday they're tweeting out the only new team in the Big 12 to be bowl
Whatever.
eligible. Stop it.
Whatever. Stop it
Stop it.
right now. Stop it, UCF.
Stop it.
Going back to the rivalry games when you disappeared for a minute.
I love that.
Check this out. How about this? Ready?
I'm excited. The first time seeing this.
Okay. Just your reaction. Okay, ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Well, let me get out of here. Here it is. Okay. This was at the Egg Bowl. Ole Miss and Mississippi State. For Coach Juan, this is for you. What is he doing? Look, he's riding a 4-wheeler out.
Is he? What is he doing?
He
Stalled
tried
out?
to. He stalled. Yo, my guy is now riding up the sideline with his 4-wheeler, right? But for all intents and purposes,
Oh no!
I think he was supposed to charge out with the thing. Look, watch it again. Watch this thing again. Hey, look. I mean, who doesn't know how to ride a 4-wheeler? As you just pull back on the thing.
So did he? I think he got
Look.
NIL money for
Look,
hey, ride our 4-wheeler out.
yeah, we're stall it in the tunnel real quick. Hey, he's like, go, 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 go.
What if he
I'll
ran,
catch
what if
up.
he would have ran a player or cameraman over? That's
I just don't understand. I'm not following. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of an awkward to me.
this is like one of those you're trying too hard.
Try it, yeah.
Just come out of the tunnel like everybody else.
Coach Juan, what
what
is the purpose of that?
What?
Please let us
What?
know. I'm a little confused.
What is going on at Mississippi State?
But
Do tell.
the Egg Bowl, right? here's a little bit of history on it because the boys were like,
Why
why did they call it the egg bowl?
I actually have no idea.
Here's the reason.
Tell me.
Because back, I'm going to be correct here, a few decades ago, both of the teams,
You're gonna say back in the day.
both of the teams, Ole Miss and Mississippi State, they were both 2-win teams.
That's the egg salad bowl.
So they were both 2-win teams, and it was, I think, in the 20th, 30s or something like that. And what happened was there was a newscaster. They agreed to play this game as a rivalry game, even though they were both bowl ineligible. And one of the newscasters called it the Egg Bowl because of it being like rotten eggs, rotten egg bowl. So
is that true?
That is true. I googled it. The facts are not correct. Coach Perez, correct me when you fact check it, please.
Please do.
Actually,
please correct us. We want to be correct in what we say.
Yes, we don't want to just shoot off the hip here. But egg bowl, interesting.
Do they eat eggs at the game?
They don't, and they don't even have the trophy. Is not even an egg on the top.
I feel like that's a lost marketing opportunity.
It is.
They should have an egg eat off at midfield. Cool Hand Luke comes out and eats 50.
Yeah. Ooh.
Cool Hand Luke, great movie.
No, not Cool Hand Luke.
Cool Hand Luke.
No. Joey Chestnut. Just see him pound those things.
Cool Hand Luke would beat Joey Chestnut's ass.
I'm say right now. Really?
Cool Hand Luke could eat eggs all day.
Joey Chestnut is a bottomless pit.
What is wrong with that guy?
He has no stomach.
I want you to think about this. This dude, in a 5-minute period, eats like 65 hot dogs with buns.
That's a lot.
And wets them. Like, how in God's name does his stomach not rupture?
I saw an ESPN special on that, and I think it was they train their stomachs.
That's awful.
Like you would train in the gym, their stomachs to handle that much food.
He says that for about a week after the event, he like smells and sweats like hot dogs.
That's disgusting. Like Nathan's hot dogs.
Just sweats hot dogs.
Well, you know what? What's even worse? All of that processed meat. What does the smell of his poop?
Oh, that's probably so awesome.
Oh,
so
he must be busting that toilet.
That dude
for weeks after.
Have you ever like made hot dogs on the stove, like broiled them, and you leave the water sitting for like overnight?
Oh yeah,
it's the worst smell ever. Imagine smelling that for a week.
It smells like dirty feet.
Yeah,
but that's how we do our hot dogs. Hot dogs are the best if you boil them.
Yes, agreed.
Because they do it at the ballpark. They do it with those guys at little hot dog stands. And here we are throwing them on the grill like a bunch of idiots. Throw them in some boiling water. See what happens. Yes. It's phenomenal.
It's the Filipino way.
It's the Joey Chestnut way.
Listen, if you boil your hot dogs, you might get like a half citizenship to the Philippines.
But
that was tasty.
Nasty. I'm just getting over a bit of this color.
Bless you.
And ew.
Bless you.
That's disgusting.
Sorry,
is what it is. Let's go into the next. As you disappear one more time.
Who's that?
Wait, I can't do this. This is
we got it.
Our Heisman finalists. Woo! What are your thoughts? Heisman finalists.
All right, guy on the far left.
Sorry,
great career. You're out because the injury.
Listen, what happened? Did they ever?
Oh,
I never went back to.
I didn't see what the actual diagnosis was, but I know
it looked bad.
His leg went up in the air. His foot and ankle were not going the right.
They weren't connected. So he's done. I think he's out.
I think he had an opportunity.
Okay.
Truthfully,
Bo Nix.
So
your thoughts on Bo Nix?
I actually think that Tampa Bay's very own Penix is the best quarterback in college football right now.
Agreed.
If I am a college football coach, or excuse me, a professional football coach, the way if you watch the way that dude runs his team, his offense, and the way his guys huddle around him on the sideline, like he legitimately can just raise his hand and the entire team. He's like
smooth,
the king of college football.
He's smooth. He's smooth. Well, what about Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Marvin Harrison Jr., phenomenal receiver. I think he makes his quarterback look a lot better than he is.
Dude, he is an absolute athlete.
However,
stud.
Everyone says he's might be the best wide receiver prospect in the past 10, 15 years.
Mm.
I think the receiver neighbors from LSU can give him a run for his
Oh
money.
yeah, that guy's
That
good
guy's
too, man.
incredible.
They're good. They are good.
I can't wait to see those guys play ball on Sunday.
I don't know who the guy is on the right. What's that guy's name?
That's the Georgia dude.
Hey Georgia, dude. Here,
He's-
here,
he's doesn't
you're
belong
coming in
there.
last place.
He
No, folded it.
He doesn't belong there.
Yeah, he's out.
But
Georgia, dude.
yeah, I think it's a 2-man race, but between Penix and Nix.
Okay,
I
who
think
do
Penix
you go with?
Be,
Just call it.
I'm calling Penix.
I'm calling Penix.
I don't
dude.
think
All the way.
he'll get it because I do think that they're not going to give it to a guy from a far out school.
Far out. It's a Pac-12 school.
Pac-12 is dead and dying. Would you agree with that?
Agreed.
Um,
But he is a stud. The guy and
he brought Washington
and they're undefeated.
onto the map.
He's undefeated. Right.
It's been awesome seeing.
Okay.
I love what he's doing.
Hold on a second.
I said a far out school. I said a far out school. Look at me. Behind the glass.
Dude, I'm sorry.
Note to self. No. Listen.
Do not wear
Yeah,
green.
don't wear all green.
Don't wear green.
I shouldn't be wearing green anyway.
Yeah, listen.
Look like a
Because I'm in
gumball.
space.
I'm not scared of heights.
And you're back. Dude,
Tell me.
do not wear green.
Okay, I didn't know.
But you know what? You wore green a time or two ago and this didn't happen.
I think it's the material. It's very smooth. Just touch it. Feel it. Right?
I mean,
It's
I like
smooth.
that didn't always used to be that kind of material. I'm so glad that
The clothing
Under
industry.
Armour, yeah, especially activewear, the Under Armour has revolutionized it back in the day to now this like dry fit, this kind of material. Because even when I played, even in the 90s, everything was cotton.
I'm gonna take you back 20 years.
Okay.
I am a freshman at Union College.
Yep.
And it is cold as balls. Legitimately, we're playing a game against our rival, RPI, Rensselaer Polytech Institute. It's the oldest rivalry in New York State.
Sounds like a prison.
100. It's an all guys engineering school.
Well, even worse.
Like there's like 3% girls, but it's anyway. The game calls for like -4 degrees wind chill.
Ugh.
There's a blizzard the night before.
Ugh.
So I'm like, call my mom, like, listen, I need something to wear under my pads. It's freezing. She's like, okay. And back then you had to make sure you could get stuff.
Yeah.
So I went and saw my first Under Armour, and it was like $40 for an Under Armour shirt. I was like, oh, I'm not doing that. And all my teammates are like, oh, you don't wear stuff under your, you look soft. You gotta be hard.
Damn.
So I come out of the locker room, boy from Florida in upstate New York. I've got nothing under my pads because, I'm tough. Every one of my damn teammates got Under Armour sleeves on. First couple plays of the game, a damn ball hits me right in the forearm.
Almost breaks it.
I swear to God, I did not know I had an arm for like a half a football. Like my arm felt like it was gone.
Do you know
It's the worst.
the guy who invented Under Armour out of the University of Maryland? He based it off of women's intimate apparel.
Ooh.
And now that genre of clothing with like Gymshark and athlete and
What's the one that Kevin Hart does?
oh yeah Fabletics. That's now it across the board. That's something that men and women wear, and not just to work out, but like for casual wear, like you and I are wearing right now, which is it's amazing because you take an idea and you flip it around and you repurpose it, and what ends up happening is either it's a bust, which probably 90% of things are 99% of things
Bust intimate wear. I see where you're
are.
going.
Yeah. Or like this guy, you completely change the game when it comes to apparel. So we that I heard that story, and I might have heard it from John Kaleo, who was a quarterback there at at University of Maryland. We were talking about it one day this summer. And I was like, really? From women's underwear to like now even dudes are wearing leggings and sleeve. Listen,
And dudes of all shapes and sizes.
I-
Big dudes wearing tights.
let's just be clear. I'm not a tight guy. I'm not. I can't do it, especially tights over shorts. If I'm playing, say I'm playing any version of professional sport, competitive, I'm gonna wear whatever I want to wear. So if I wear tights, I'm wearing tights. But guess what? I'm actually there's a reason. But the dude at the YMCA, who is really not supposed to be wearing that stuff.
Why?
Ugh,
Don't body shame.
I'm not body shaming. I'm just saying.
If it
like,
comes in his size, he can wear it.
I'm just saying.
Might not be a great idea.
Then yeah, this guy, I agree with the idea that look good. If you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you play good. If you play good, they pay good, right? That's what Deion Sanders says. That's a good one.
Coach Juan Long said.
Coach Juan Long said it.
Yeah.
And he listen, speaking of
He lives it. He looks good. Everything he wears.
And you know what? My man, Coach Juan, can wear salmon. He can wear fuchsia. He
Purple
can wear
gators.
aquamarine.
And he does.
And he
And I'm like,
does.
man, that's a
And
cool outfit. I'm gonna get that.
He is a handsome
And then I
man.
go to the store and I try it on. I'm like, I'm not gonna get that.
Yeah,
I do not look good in that.
he's a handsome man.
I cannot pull off fuchsia.
I can't. Neither can I. I can pull off like blue and black,
Blue, gold.
gray.
That's why I can't switch schools ever. Even if I want to leave Steinbrenner, which I don't, it's the best. I love it. I just can't because school colors just fit me.
You remember-
So good in those school colors.
You remember when we were getting, and it doesn't happen nearly as much anymore, when we were getting yellow tops.
Yes.
And remember when Coach Helt refused to
He
wear
said he looked like Big Bird.
the
He
yellow,
did.
the yellow polo?
He hit it.
I still have the yellow polo.
I do too.
I like it. It looks good in the color combination, but yeah, he did look like Big Bird a little bit. And then they matched it with the gray pants. I think that was a good fit.
Nike's my favorite clothing line.
Okay.
But the issue with Nike is Nike has the big man game, like the 1X, 2X, 3X line, like doesn't match anything like size wise.
Yeah.
So like you get a 1X shirt, it's really like a small
It's not.
women's,
Yes.
and then you get like a 2X and it's like a tent, and you're just like, I don't know what to wear.
Yeah.
Fix it, Nike.
Yes.
I want to wear your clothes.
We're not slim fit. Look at us. Look at us.
Look at me.
Look at
Like
him.
you cannot have a slim cut for
Yes.
coaches. There's
Athletic cut.
8 coaches in the world that look like that still.
Yes.
The rest of us, we have
Don't.
dad bods. I am
Fix
the
it.
dad bod god, and I need better fitting clothes, Nike.
Fix
Help
it,
me out here.
Nike, and sponsor us also.
Yeah, come on, sponsor us.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Black Friday. Are you guys Black Friday shoppers?
Black Friday for me is getting ready for Christmas with the family.
You didn't answer the question. Are you a Black Friday shopper?
Most years, yes.
Really?
When I say yes, I mean I'll get something online here or there for like Christmas.
Yeah.
But the deals aren't really deals anymore.
They're not deals.
What they do is they're like, oh, check down our markdown price, which is the same as it was a week ago, but
yeah.
now it's on sale.
But they
It
put a
was
big
sale
banner up
3
that
years
says,
ago.
oh, hey, you better buy it today because it's on it too. That says,
And you refresh the page and the timer refreshes.
yes.
It is not
We
true.
got
We
you.
got you, Walmart.
Don't do it. But no, no, you're not Black Friday shopping.
I just think it's a scam.
It is. But people still go crazy for it.
Do you Cyber Monday?
I don't cyber anything. I told you I hate computers.
Cyber Monday is Black Friday of online, like Amazon, and you will find some decent deals.
What does that even mean?
So take the stores out of it, but
Okay.
a lot of the stores are doing it now, and you go on Amazon.com,
Okay.
and there's a huge Cyber Monday sale. So this Monday, tomorrow,
Okay.
massive sale on like electronics and gadgets and all that stuff.
But like the same
But
with the
you'll find-
timer and the,
yeah,
I
for
get
sure.
run.
But Amazon, like you'll see some legit deals. Like the Ninja blenders
yeah,
are like down from like 200 to like 80.
that's a lie.
but it's still an $80 blender.
They're not ninja blenders. They're yinja blenders. I see on Amazon, they have the weirdest labels.
Made in
China.
Philippines.
There we go. No, we're not Black Friday shoppers either. We don't like to go out. We did. That's how we saw Hubs, because we went out and we went to Marshall's because my wife needed a couple of things, Christmas preparation stuff too. We never go out. We went to Five Below in the same plaza, and I broke up another fight
Stop.
at Marshall's.
Marshall.
I mean, come on. This is the second time. Here's a story. A couple of weeks ago, I broke up a fight at Sam's Club gas station. I mean, legitimately, guys punching it up. And I shared the story on the episode that we couldn't hear each other. So then we had to re-record it. So I never got back to the story. But I was beside myself. Because one, Sam's Club created that problem with, the
Having
gas
the greatest
deal.
gas deals on earth.
Black Friday,
year round.
that's what I'm saying. But these two knuckleheads were literally punching it up. And so I went to break it up while there was like 40 people at all these pumps watching. And they had their phones out. And it drove me nuts.
World star.
Yeah, it drove me nuts. Anyways, I broke it up. My sons heard me cursing. They watched a fist fight for the first time and they thought it was awesome. And I said, guys, that's not what we want. We want guys to actually behave. When I was walking away from the fight, as the police were coming, people actually started clapping. And I looked around and then kind of realized everyone was watching.
Bro,
it was annoying. And then a guy came up and patted me on the shoulder and said, "Good job." And I said, "Good job for what?" And he goes, "For breaking up that fight." And I go, are you joking me right now? There's 40 people here, and I came in when they were already punching it up. They didn't just walk up to each other and start hitting each other. I'm sure they were exchanging words, and then they got heated and they got out of their cars. One of those 40 people could have gotten out and probably been proactive enough to stop it before it got to that. So I said, so what part of it did I do that was a good job? Good job to make sure that those two knuckleheads didn't hurt each other. Do a good job that, the other 40 people did not decide to do, or the other 10 people that pulled out their phones. I mean, annoying. Anyways, same thing happened at Marshall's. People fighting over like stuff.
over $3 Nike shirts.
Dude, I think it was over one of those drones that were like $15 drones that you could buy for your kids at break in
5 minutes.
Yeah. Made in China. Anyways,
You know what?
what?
You're Filipino Batman.
What?
Yeah, you're the guy who walks around just making sure that society and civilians are safe.
No, I'm just ew.
Hey,
Ugh.
good job. Can we just talk about for a minute how ridiculous,
People are.
like, as a grown ass man, as a kid, I got into a lot of fights as a youngster.
Same.
Didn't know how to handle my emotions. I just was like, "Ooh, I like throwing down." But like, as a grown ass man, in a time where like everybody's carrying weapons,
Come on, man.
like, what are you doing?
No.
Like, how is gasoline a pump? Like, you can't wait 2 extra minutes just to like, if it means that much.
Or a $15 drone. And the problem is the lady already had 2 of them in her cart, which I guess she wanted to get them for her kids. And they're literally holding onto this thing with death grips. And the drones are probably worth $5, but they're pulling at them. They're starting to curse at each other. I'm coming up just in the nick of time because, no lie, nobody broke this one up and everybody had phones out. And I was like, wait, are you serious? So like any reasonable human being, I walked up to the middle as they were pulling at it and I gave it the big karate chop. And I hit the box and the box hit the ground. And I said, now nobody can have it.
So
And literally, people were so shocked by my reaction that everybody just went about their business. And those two ladies then went about it. But I can't go out for Christmas anymore. Cyber Monday, maybe. But
There's people online probably waiting to throw you. I
I'm
got
not-
the last one.
I'm not doing it.
So I
can't.
have a rule that I taught my children. I've tried to anyway. And it goes something like this. And it
Okay.
starts with people who are just complete jerks
Yep.
in life, right? If someone is willing to just belittle you or call you names or be just completely rude to you, you know what? I always say, you know what? I hope that made you feel better.
Mhm.
Because here's the thing. If you say that, say, hey, you're probably going through something. I hope that made you feel better. And, you know, it's cool. I forgive you. Because now they feel like a jerk, right? Or if they don't, they are a jerk, and who cares? But here's the thing. You don't know what someone's going through in life.
True.
Like, there's people carrying a lot of heavy shit around out there.
I agree.
And you go to like a gas station. Someone has to get in there that severely and that fast. One, they are selfish and inconsiderate.
Yep.
Or two, they're in a hurry for some reason, and I'm not. So you know what? Go ahead if it means that much to you.
Yeah.
Like, why am I going to let that potentially ruin the next 10 years of my life because I get into a fight and someone gets hurt or something happens? Like, it's just silly to me.
Listen, sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me.
Ever.
I teach that to my kids too. I try to tell them, look, you're the only time that you have to respond is when somebody puts their hands on you.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, best Black Friday deal we got on Amazon. $15 boxing gloves, youth boxing gloves.
That's going to be terrible.
They came at like 4 a.m. yesterday.
And then the craziest when they show up while you're sleeping.
And we've already
Nice.
gone through like 22 rounds. The boys have been absolutely pummeling each other. It has been awesome. I've got it on video. I'm going to put it on social media because they have been absolutely on fire with these boxing gloves. And my wife hates it. Michelle, sorry. But they are just those kind of human beings. I think it's the best find ever on Black Friday. But yeah, Cyber Monday, maybe I'll give it a crack. But I'm not going out to shop ever. I think I'm done shopping forever.
And I think we are done. I hear the hoot and holler of young men out there getting ready to get their sweat on.
Sweats.
To be coached by this master of his dojo, of his domain. And maybe we'll break up a fight or two.
Hey, keep your pants clean.
Hey.
Hi-ya!
Nobody gets it.
See ya!
That's it.